See if I still know how to do this. Look. Can't tell if my focus is... Oh, yeah. Y'all like the new addition to the MBG Man Cave? Let me know in the comments. I think it looks pretty good. This is the first video it's going to be in. Yeah, not too bad. But that's besides the point. Look, this isn't like normally when I have the first reaction video this season. It's on a Saturday and I catch you guys up to speed and I introduce myself, right? We catch up for like 2 or 3 minutes. This is a little different because it's not like a big game, so a lot of people aren't going to be tuning into this reaction. Completely fine. I'll probably do it for the Texas Little Bro State game tomorrow night. But it is the Auburn and the the Baylor reaction. So I'm just going to save the official "we're back" intro for tomorrow and whatnot. And to be honest with you, I am super tired. It is right at 11 p.m. I had to stay up and finish watching the Colorado and Georgia Tech game. I know we're going to have a lot of Colorado and Georgia Tech fans coming in this video saying, Matt, where's the reaction to that? As soon as I get done filming this, I'm going to film that one. And that video will be posted shortly later, probably around, heck, it's got to render on the computer, 1 to 2 a.m. That's all besides the point. Oh, if you're wondering what this is actually important to the video. Important to the season. I finally went out. Well, I had to. New Expo markers. And you can't just have the regular ones. You got to have the bullet point tip ready for the season, for the whiteboard. Speaking of whiteboard, I just realized I do not have it in here. We'll get to that in just a second. First things first, let's clap it up to the fighting Jackson Arnolds, the fighting Hugh Freezes, the fighting Cam Coleman's, whatever you want to call them, a.k.a. the Auburn Tigers. This was a huge game for Auburn, in my opinion. It was make or break. I stated, and by the way, starting out the season with a bang. 0-1 in predictions already. I picked Baylor to win this game. And I'm not mad at the pick. I'm not going to explain that in just a second. But you got to just really clap it up. And finally, now, hold on. Speaking of clapping it up, in the videos leading up to this, in the offseason where y'all don't see my face, why are people saying Matt's clapping, but it's not with his hands? I hope that doesn't mean what I think it means. I digress. Now, yeah, look. You see me, I clap with my hands. Getting back on track here. I thought this was a must-win game for the Auburn Tigers. In the preview, I said it's a must-win. Some people are saying, Matt, you're crazy. Matt, you're tripping. It's the first game. I don't care. They would have pulled a Lane Kiffin. They would have left Hugh Freeze on the tarmac if he'd have lost to Baylor. They needed it more in Baylor because Baylor loses this game. Who cares? In the Southeast, it's different, man. And look, football is huge in Texas, but Auburn, they were in dire need of this win. It's going to give them some momentum. Now, unless some insane upset, Auburn's going to start out the season 3-0. So you can just clap it up for that as well. Great start heading into SEC play. Let's talk about the game itself. It went, dude, I got to go get the whiteboard. It's driving me crazy. While I'm thinking about it, hold on, guys. You can't see me, but you can hear me. That's the power of technology, baby. The power of the MBG show. High production value, right? See, what's cool about our channel is, yeah, I'm the CEO of it, but I'm also the janitor, director of production, the CFO, the manager. I do it all. Number one employee, the best employee, the worst employee, every job title out there. Sales manager, dishwasher. We'll get to the whiteboard in just a second. I do want to speak on this before we get into the stats and numbers. This game went exactly how I thought it was going to go. I stated if Jackson Arnold, in the preview, go watch if you haven't already, the beauty of YouTube, it's documented on the channel. Closest thing to a time capsule we're ever going to get. Jackson Arnold throws the ball more than 25 times in this game, Auburn probably loses. I haven't looked at the box score, but I'm certain he didn't throw the ball more than 25 times. However, if he can only throw the ball 15 to 20 times, I thought Auburn was going to win. Why does that matter, though? Because the less Jackson Arnold throws the ball, that means the more success Auburn was having on the ground. If you were to show me the box score before the game, if I saw Jackson Arnold had 15 passes without even watching the game, I'd say, oh yeah, Auburn won. Because that means they couldn't stop him on the ground. And they couldn't. He played a dang near flawless game. Clap it up to him. I've been riding his coattails pretty hard. I've stated, and I'm backing this, one game doesn't change it. He is a below average quarterback in the SEC. He does remind me a lot of Hugh Freeze quarterbacks, dating back to Ole Miss, a Chad Kelly, a Bo Wallace. His good is good, but his bad is bad. Tonight, he was good. But you also, hold on, listen, I know we're doing a bunch of claps, but Auburn deserves it, man. They deserve all the credit in the world. Hugh Freeze, masterclass. You couldn't have called a better game. You couldn't have. He put Jackson Arnold and his players in the best position possible to succeed. If I had to grade Auburn's performance, even their their defense, clap it up. I know Baylor's not a really good rushing team per se, but when they did try to run it, you shut them down. That's got to count for something. Auburn's defense, but here's the thing with that. We knew Auburn's defense was going to be pretty decent, right? That was their strong suit last year, believe it or not. Well, now, get some offense to go with that defense. I don't want to jump the gun, but from what I've seen out of Arnold in game numero uno, he looks way better than the Peyton Thorne experience. Peyton Thorne sucks. Different conversation for a different day. He just weighed down that Auburn team last year. I know they had some other problems, but it feels like this is more. And it's weird because Peyton Thorne was a good scrambler, but Jackson Arnold feels more like the Hugh Freeze gimmicky quarterback, at least in my humble opinion. And I tell you this, you want the Bama fan in me? I was already thinking, not analyst Matt, Bama fan in me. I was already thinking about that Alabama game. I know it's so far away. In Jordan-Hare Stadium, dual threat quarterback, Alabama's going to be in trouble. I know I'm getting way too far ahead of myself, but I thought about it. There's witchcraft in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Combine that with a dual threat quarterback, who knows what's going to happen. But that's neither here or there. Locking back in on the game. I'll pull up the box score in just a second. I think I covered it all. I'm trying to think of what more to touch on. Wide receiver play was good. Running back play was good. Auburn's always got pretty good running backs. Arnold, really good. If I had a greatest performance off the top of my head without even looking at the box score, I hate to say A-. I'm going to give him a B+. I thought the turning point in the game for Auburn was Baylor's up 3-0. They got all the momentum in the world. Jackson Arnold started out the game 0 for 2. 0 for 2. Baylor has it on the 8. First and goal. Auburn. By the way, what's up with Baylor running it 3 straight plays? And late in the game, they're losing and they're still. It's like every time they got inside the red zone, they tried running it. That made no sense to me. You're not going to run an Auburn defense. At least pass it one time. But Baylor, up 3-0, ran it 3 straight plays, got down to the 2, and then threw some crazy back shoulder pass. It worked later in the game, but to me, you're up 3-0, you got all the momentum, you got to take the points. Go up 6-0. What do you know? They don't. Then Auburn marches down the field, 7-3. And at that point in time, I was like, yeah, it's going to bite you in the butt. Grand scheme of things probably didn't matter too much, but it flipped the momentum. And if you play sports, you know this. Momentum's a big thing. It's much bigger than just not getting those 3 points. You can't look at the final score and go, well, Matt, those 3 points didn't affect them. Yeah, I guess you're kind of right, but the momentum shift affected them. It was a 10-point swing. It went from being you're up 6-0 to you're now losing 7-3. Baylor, exactly who I thought they were. Pass. You're not going to run on the Auburn defense. I stated in the preview that Baylor's defense isn't that good. They weren't good last year. Are they going to rise to the occasion? Guess not. They're still not good. How do you give up a third? Look, much respect to Auburn, but how do you give up a 38 burger? And it could have been worse to a new quarterback and offense that was really struggling last year at home. Not a good sign if you're a Baylor Bear fan. I did have them at like 24, 25, something like that in my rankings. I had Auburn unranked. I think Auburn's a legit top 25 team after this performance. Let's get into the whiteboard stats. There's many more things. Sorry, I'm looking at the time. Many more things we're going to touch. I don't want to make this like a super long video, guys, because I still got to film the Colorado one. And I need to go to bed. I got to wake up early. You know how it is. We are officially in the sweatshop mode. Matt doesn't get to sleep much during the season, but that's cool. You know, as long as you guys get to laugh at my expense and have a good time, that's all that matters, right? Who cares about Matt's sleep schedule? Not y'all. And I don't blame you. the crap? Why is this so dim? Holy crap. Baylor's quarterback put up ungodly numbers. I didn't even think for a split second it was this good. Kind of crazy that they only put up 24 points. All right. Let me know in the comment section. I'm about to go back to the store. I got these from Staples, these markers. I'm about to go return these. And I'm the last person to return stuff, but look how dim this is. I don't even know if y'all are going to be able to see that. I don't really have a choice tonight. I'm just going to have to roll with it. Let me know if y'all... Sorry, the glare. Let me know if y'all can see that pretty good. I think it may be manageable. All right. Jackson Arnold. Perfect. Ideal. I knew he didn't get over 25. This is what you want every game if you're an Auburn fan. See this number right here? 17. Chef's kiss. You never want to see it get over 20. In a perfect world, he's throwing 15, 20 times a game. Heck, even less, like 12 to 13. The less, the better with him. Because it means, what does it mean? We talked about earlier. Run success. 11 for 17. You'll notice this is empty. There's not a lot to put there in the passing stat sheet. 108 yards. Not the best. But here's the key with him. 0. He had 0 passing touchdowns. Crap. Let me just erase that with my finger. Doing this a lot of time. 0 passing touchdowns. And guess what? 0 interceptions. That's great. He took care of the ball. Robertson, look at this stat line. 27 for 48. About what he did last year. 419 yards. But he was slinging it. I didn't even think for a split second he had over 300. 3 touchdowns, 0 INTs. I ain't going to hold you. If you just showed me this, just this, I'd say, yeah, Baylor probably won this game by 10 to 14 points, but they lost by 14 points. Here's the kicker with Arnold. I want to pull this up to be exact. We'll do this in live time. I just had it. Hold on. Hold on. Whoo! Sheesh. You know me, we'll go draw that there. You don't see the bottom, you can. Because how many rushing yards he had? We'll go rushing. I can't get over how bad this marker is. 137 yards on the ground. 2 touchdowns. Auburn as a team. We'll go up here. 307. We'll go rush dot yards. That's something serious, man. You rush for 307 yards on the road, you're probably going to win every single game. Clap it up again. Masterclass by Hugh Freeze. Give credit to the players. They executed. Arnold, everybody. Offense, they did their thing. Defense did their thing. Even giving up 24, they held up. They had the big 4th down stop early in the game. The rushing defense was phenomenal. You could say, well, Matt, they gave up 400 passing yards, but that's because Baylor was losing. They had to pass the ball. I feel like them giving up 419 passing yards is kind of fugazi because I thought they played much better than that. I don't have too much more to add. All in all, a very sound performance by the Auburn Tigers. If you're an Auburn fan, you got to be feeling good. I have a bunch of buddies that are Auburn fans. They're excited. I had a couple of them text to me, and I'm happy for the Auburn fan base. They needed this win. This was a big confidence builder, not just for the 2025 Auburn football team, but the program. The program needed this. They have sucked for the past, 4 years? Hopefully they can build off of this, and it's not just a fluky start. As far as it goes for Baylor, well, you're Baylor. Many more things I could say. We're going to end it off here. I got to film the Colorado and Georgia Tech video. So, yeah, it's going to be the end of this.